Howdy, internet friend, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to thank you for taking the time to check this out. I know it's been a while since I posted, and without any further ado, let's get into it. In this video, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about TikTok, and to wit, I want to talk about the Hank Green video that came out in the last couple of weeks where he was talking about how he has issues with the way that the creator fund works. And, I'm not in the creator fund. I have less than 500 followers. I can't even go live yet. But I have been noticing that it seems like the TikTok algorithm is changing. And it hasn't been as, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's been as cool as it used to be, if I'm being totally honest. Because I used to be able to sit back and spend hours scrolling and just like totally get lost. And now it seems like more and more it's just like pay to play and ads that are in the guise of, content creators and all these really, it went from being a really authentic experience to being one that just feels kind of phony. And I don't like that as much. One of the things that I used to really like about TikTok is that it kind of felt like being at a block party or a house party where you're just kind of wandering around, meeting people, talking to them, getting to know them, and everybody kind of has a different story. And so you might see a little bit of some radical politics, you might hear a little bit of music, you might see, a little bit of a hot take. But now it's just a bunch of like gym bros, and it just seems like it's pay to play stuff. And I wish that it was better, but it's not. So I think one solution is that I'm just spending less time on there. I changed the settings on my iPhone so that I can only spend an hour a day on TikTok, and I think it'll probably be for the best. Another outcome of that is that I'm going to spend more time here on YouTube, and that's been good because I've been spending more time playing chess, and there's a bunch of great videos and guides from really, really good chess players about how to get better at chess, and that's something that I want to invest my time in, and so I'm going to be back to posting videos more regularly here on YouTube. And one of the cool things about that is that I had a channel that I was running on TikTok where I was talking about books. And I think rather than keeping that channel going, I'm going to just start talking about books here. I've been reading Cryptonomicon by Neil Stevenson. I read Snow Crash before that, which is the book that the metaverse idea was originally introduced in, and I really liked that. So I want to be able to have an outlet to talk about books again without having to worry about making content and doing it once a week or twice a week rather than trying to do it every day. Seems more manageable to me. So next thing I want to talk about is the Neil Young Spotify controversy. So I've tweeted about this, and I want to say that Twitter has been great for me lately in promoting my music because I went from having 2 followers on Spotify to having 6, which may not sound like very much, but I think last year I only had 26 streams total. So the fact that I'm able to get more streams in the last month than I had in 6 months means that I'm doing something right, for one. For two, that spending time advertising on Twitter is working better than TikTok because I've been on TikTok for a while and I don't think streams are coming from that platform. But also, here's let me talk about something that's frustrating about Spotify from a musician standpoint, okay? So if I want to release some music, I can either do an album, more than one song, which can be, you could do an EP, which is maybe 4 to 6 songs. You could do an LP, which is like 8 to more songs. You could do a collection of songs, or you could do singles. And the popular advice for new and upcoming artists has been to only put out singles, because if you put out a record, there's only one of the songs that could be put on a playlist at any given time anyway. So if you are only putting out singles, and the other thing is that you need to submit your music to Spotify at least a week before you upload it. But really, they want 4 weeks before, and really even a little bit more than that, And why do you have to release it so far ahead of it? Well, that's how you pitch your songs to the Spotify playlists, that editorial playlist, the sort of algorithmic playlists. And then they have editors that will listen to music and decide if they want to, to put you on like editorial playlists. And I think in the 12, okay, so I've released 12 songs there. I did one EP, and then I've done, they had 4 songs on it. And all the other ones have been singles. So I only have landed on one playlist, and I think it was an algorithmic playlist. And from that, I've gotten 2 streams from it. But the point is that you have to get, I think I've seen the numbers, it's over 100 streams for $1 to make any money. You have to submit your stuff 4 weeks ahead for every single, so that also means you can only release 12 songs in a year. And if you could put it out all that way ahead of it and still not end up on any playlist. So what I've been working on lately is that I have been releasing songs steadily on Spotify every month. I've had another one come out roughly, and then a month and a few days. So Maybe is the single that's out right now. The next single is called December, January, February, DEC/JAN/FEB. And I called it that because I started writing the song in December. I finished writing it and recording it and, engineering it in January. And then by the time I submitted it to Spotify and waited a month, it was February. So it was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek example of my frustration with the whole process of releasing music on Spotify. So now that Neil Young has come out and said, look, it's either me or Joe Rogan, and Spotify is like, well, we pay Joe Rogan, so it's going to be him. And then Joni Mitchell came out too, but these are boomers. These are older musicians that, no disrespect to them, because I really like Neil Young's music, and I think Joni Mitchell has a beautiful voice. They're not exactly huge artists today, right? Not that, they are big artists, but they're not, this is not their heyday, so to speak, right? It's not, you're not BTS or whatever. They're not coming out against Spotify, So my point is this, and I've been tweeting about this and talking about it online, and now I'm glad to have a longer form here to discuss it. On the one hand, I don't have a ton of streams anyway. I want to say that I'm really grateful for everybody that listens to my music, because it's a labor of love and I spend a lot of time on it, and it sucks to not have anybody listen to it. And on the other hand, I put my music on Apple Music, and the only person that listens to it is me. Now, I don't promote it as much as I do the Spotify, but at the end of the day, though, I got to sleep at night. And I got to say, do I want to side with, that, pandemic misinformation, or, Neil Young had polio, and that's the reason why he is so opposed to the platform that Spotify provides for Joe Rogan. So at this point, I'm leaning towards just taking my music off. It doesn't seem like Spotify is going to budge. And I don't think that I'm going to be the one who changes their mind. But I just feel like I'm waffling right now, and doing nothing doesn't feel like the right answer either. So I think I'm probably going to take it down. I think after I finish this video, I think I'm going to take my music down from Spotify too, because it's just the right thing to do. So I guess I solved my own problem. Now, you can still find all that music on different platforms as well. I'm still on Apple Music and iHeartRadio and everything except Amazon, because I don't want to be on that platform. So, future plans. I have this record that I'm working on that's going to be coming out on Bandcamp soon. The working title is Dude on Drums. So the last couple of Due to the Missing Rugs singles have been with this drum machine, this TR-08. Looks a little bit like this. It's a replica of the 808 drum machine from the 1980s. It did a bunch of great hip-hop tracks and classic hip-hop tracks. So I've been using that, but for this record, I grabbed my drums out of the closet back there and recorded 10 drum tracks, and I've been putting guitar down for them, and I finished the guitar tracks yesterday. All I have to do left now is record the bass lines, and then I'm going to add a few little flares and some trombone, I hope. I practiced the trombone today for the first time in a while, and I am hopeful that some of those sounds will end up on the record as well. And so that's the last thing that I have to say. And my future plans are, I'm still going to keep making content on TikTok, though probably not as much. I'm going to keep adding stuff on Instagram as well, although probably not as much. But my music is going to come down from Spotify, and you'll be able to find it on Apple Music and, iHeartRadio and a bunch of other platforms. But I just can't, in good conscience, I just don't want to side with Joe Rogan. I don't want to be on the wrong side of history in this discussion. So yeah, and thanks for watching this video while I worked it out. Because I know I was pretty much leaning that way anyway. I was like 80% in favor of taking my stuff down. But yeah, I just don't want to be on the wrong side of. I don't want to be on the wrong side of this argument. And so in the future, I plan on doing more videos here on YouTube. Probably have some shorts as well. And so yeah, because I like this longer form content too. I don't want to, if this would have been TikTok, I would have had to break this up into 4 videos, and that's not ideal. I'd rather just, kind of rant and put it out there. So anyway, I hope you like it. I hope you want to check it out, come back. And if you want to be in the loop, hit the subscribe button. You can know when all the next stuff is happening. And if you want to check me out on Twitter, I'm tweeting at dudeatmr. And I'm also tweeting at whatever_sauce. That's my main account. And I hope you have a very nice day and a great rest of your week. Cheers, my friend.